What is up, guys? Welcome back to the video. Today I'm gonna be doing something on the F30. This is actually a subscriber requested video. One of you guys asked me to make this video, and so here I am working on the F30. It's not actually working. We're not even gonna pick up a wrench, but it's gonna be a little mod. So I have some black vinyl laying around, and one of you guys asked if I could go ahead and wrap the F30 emblems. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm basically going to do a black vinyl overlay on these blue portions of the BMW emblem. Fun fact, guys, if you don't know, a couple things. Bavarian money waster, no. Bavarian motor works, and this is actually, originally they built planes, so this is actually supposed to be a propeller. That's where that comes from. But anyways, we're gonna make the blue black on both the front emblem and the back emblem. I've got some extra black vinyl from when, actually not even that one, but it is the same vinyl as when we did the roof wrap on the Prelude. So I'm just gonna take some of this black vinyl. It's a vivid gloss black, and again, just overlay right on here. So I've been thinking about this for a little while, like how am I gonna actually wrap this? And I had a couple ideas, one of which I could take off the emblems just to make it easier. I could also, and what I might do is lay some blue tape kind of on the line that I want to make my cuts, just so I can butt the edge of the knife up against the tape and make sure I'm getting nice, clean, straight cuts. The other thing I was thinking is using like knifeless tape, but the problem with that, the knifeless tape would work great for these lines, these very straight ones, but these edges here that are rounded, it's not gonna work. So I think I'm just gonna go and roll with the knife on this. As you can tell, my emblem isn't in perfect condition. It's probably like 3-4 years old now, so it's taken a bit of a beating, and I'm not too worried if I end up screwing it up. These aren't too expensive, but I'm gonna go ahead and lay some blue tape as best as I can on this, and just basically try and make a nice hard edge. If you guys look real close, you can see that the silver part here, the chrome, is elevated above the paint. So you could butt the knife up against this, but with the vinyl on top, I'm gonna be using the knife at such a low pressure to only cut through the vinyl and not cut the clear coat on the emblem, that I wanna have a nice straight edge to like butt the knife up against too. So that's my goal right now. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this with alcohol and then get the blue tape and get my lines all centered. Basically just turn the whole thing blue at this point, but I've gone ahead and made my tape marks just on the outer edge of the silver right there, so that way when I cut, I have a nice sharp edge right there that I can butt the knife up against too. I did just try and lay tape real quick on this. It's definitely not gonna work, so I'm thinking I might just have to freehand this and be very, very careful and do it with a lot of time and patience. These parts are all good, and technically I'm ready to lay the wrap down. What's nice about the masking tape too is when you put the wrap over it, it's not gonna stick onto it. It should give us a nice release on that while we go ahead and just line up these corners and get them cut. I've gone ahead and just cut 2 pieces of vinyl. They're just probably like 2-inch squares, 2x2, and it's gonna be more than enough to cover this. As you can tell, it's gonna basically cover up the whole emblem right there, but we only need a little bit, so this should be fine. Next, I want to plug in the heat gun, get my sharpest blade, and I guess we'll start laying wrap after that. It shouldn't be too difficult, it shouldn't take long, so if you guys have any like vinyl wrap laying around like I do, maybe a little cool little quick mod you could do in an hour or so, but let's go ahead and start laying some vinyl on this emblem. Now with the vinyl laid on, it looks pretty good. I didn't bother glassing out anything except for the 2 propellers here that I'm gonna be wrapping black, so I just left everything else kind of as is. It'll just make it easier to pull off later. But I use the heat gun so that way I could really sink in these corners on here and try and get the wrap right up against the edge. And I guess now all we gotta do is take a knife and just very carefully run it along the inside of this and this curved edge. This curved edge is definitely gonna be the hardest part of this job, so we'll see how it comes out. I'll be honest, guys, I'm not sure how good this is gonna come out. I tried to do it as close as I could with the knife, and it was still hard to get it butted right up against the edge. I did manage to make my cuts, and I guess let's see how this came out. I'll just start from this corner here. Oh, rip. So definitely still some blue showing. Oh yeah. Damn. those edges are so hard. These corners here, like, well, let me take the blue tape off. I think I got my straight lines pretty good, but the corners or the rounded lines are just so hard. Yeah, I mean, you can see a little bit of blue showing right there. I guess I did miss some there and there. Okay, guys, well, you guys get the picture. From afar, though, it actually looks perfect. Like, even from this far, it's pretty damn good. And I actually do like the black and white a lot more than I thought I would. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the back emblem, and that'll wrap up this install. You can get these pre-colored, so like if you wanted to switch to black emblems, a lot of eBay, Amazon stores do have those. Again, I'm just doing this because one of you guys asked, and I had the extra vinyl laying around. But if you guys want to scoop them up, I've linked a couple different options down below. You guys can go check it out. And to remove the emblems, it's super easy. I would recommend taking masking tape and outlining the whole emblem so that way you don't scratch your paint, but then basically just get a trim tool and pry the thing out. It's held on just by 3 little nubs on the back side of the emblem, and it's just some double-sided adhesive tape that's actually holding it to the car. So just pry it up. Heat gun makes it a lot easier, but let's go ahead and jump to the back and get the rear emblem vinyl wrapped. Just finished up the rear. I'm not gonna get close on this one because it does not look great. I'm making this video because when you guys asked, and I love doing that for you. I love when you guys have questions or want to see a video on how to do something. I may not know how to do it, but I'll give it my best, and that's kind of what happened today. I'm not really a big fan of changing the colors of the emblems on the BMWs, mainly because I think BMW is one of the companies, besides their new like G20 grills, I don't want to talk about that, but they're one of the companies that really keeps their emblems the same size throughout the years. Like every other car manufacturer, their emblems just get bigger and bigger and bigger and more obnoxious, but BMW's just always been the simple little roundel. And I like that, and I like the blue. I like the look of having a super modified car, but still rocking those OEM emblems. I think it looks cool and classy, but that's just me. I understand some of you guys go crazy with the colorways and would love to do everything down to the emblems and the color that you're trying to go for, so that's why I want to make this video. I myself am going to take these pieces of vinyl off because it's just not my style, but I hope this showed you a little bit how to do it. If I'm being honest, I know you can buy like the pre-cut little stickers for these, the little decals to just put over the blue, and that's probably what I would do if I were to ever do this again. Cutting it freehand is just way too hard to try and get it precise, and I was using such little pressure to cut through the vinyl so I didn't scratch the emblem. Just be a lot easier to go through like Amazon, pay like $5 to get them pre-cut for you, but that's just my 2 cents. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna throw in some cinematics with the new emblems so you guys can kind of see what they look like, and yeah, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Peace out. Keep elevating.